We're not exactly PA runners, but there are only 20 minutes left before it's gonna leave. So we're gonna move faster now.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need.
Buenos dias, fellow travelers. This is Ken here, and welcome to my channel, Ken Travels 360. Many of you have watched my previous video in which we flew from London to Buenos Aires for the Antarctica cruise. We arrived at Buenos Aires a day earlier than needed, as these days you need to build in some extra time for contingency. We spent the first day checking out some of the famous tourist sites in Buenos Aires, and while they are very interesting, I know everyone wants to see the Antarctica cruise video first, so I will release the video for Buenos Aires a bit later. With our Antarctica cruise, there is an included pre-cruise program where we all spend a night in the 5-star hotel Sofitel Recoleta. From there, all guests gather together and we all fly together on a charter Aerolíneas Argentinas flight to Ushuaia the next day, where we will board the cruise ship, the Le Boreal. This video will show you how we get there. After our first night at Anselmo Hotel, which is a solid but much more basic boutique hotel, we got a cab to move to Sofitel, and let's start there. So we've just arrived at the cruise pre-stay hotel. It's the Sofitel. It's clearly a very different class hotel. This is the Ponon Cruise pre-stay hotel room. It's very nicely appointed, of course. The view outside is really good. Right, let's go check with the Ponon's people. They're over there. So tomorrow our flight will be 7:40 a.m. I've just found my name there. We'll be on the bus 2. So we will be woken up at 3:15 a.m. and breakfast is going to be at 3:40 a.m. and we have to be ready at the lobby at 4:20 a.m. The hotel is in a very upmarket area, as you can see from all the luxury goods store around. So included in the pre-cruise program is a dinner at the hotel. This is where the Ponon dinner is. Hello. Good morning. That was the 3:15 a.m. morning call. So today is the day to fly to Ushuaia and begin the cruise. Yes, it starts with a really brutal 3:15 a.m. morning call, but we need to get on with it. So it's breakfast time and gonna quickly grab something. We have to check out in 20 minutes. I'm just not very hungry. It's only 3:45 a.m. So we have just checked out of a hotel and we are now gonna get on our bus. So we are off to the airport. So after half an hour, we are arriving at the international airport at Ezeiza. Now we have to identify our luggage. Oh, I already identified it. So we got the luggage. We're now going inside the terminal to check in. This is the second leg of the flight that will take us to Ushuaia, where we'll board Le Boreal from Ponon, and we'll be doing our Antarctica cruise there. Hello.
Everything okay here? Gate number 25 and 6.
Just a reminder that Aerolíneas Argentinas is part of the Sky Team, so if you have elite status with them or any other Sky Team airlines, you can use the Sky Priority check-in lane. So we're ready to board now. Thank you. It's boarding by bus. We are about to board the Aerolíneas Argentinas flight. This is a Boeing 737. So the whole flight is chartered by Ponant, and they still have business class. And I wonder who will get the business class. Maybe people stay in a suite. This is the economy cabin of the Aerolíneas Argentinas flight to Ushuaia. We have been allocated the seats at row 17. Row 17 has our seats. We're seated comfortably now, waiting for other passengers to board. Hopefully the flights will be on time. So they've just delivered the food for the flight. It's quite substantial, but then this is a 3.5-hour flight. There's a muffin. There's a little ham and cheese sandwich. This looks really gorgeous. It's a yogurt and cereals and some fruits as well. So I don't know if it's normal to have such good amount of food, because normally, like on short-haul BA, you only get a pack of crisps. I don't know if it's normal, or maybe because this flight is chartered by Ponant, so Ponant has ordered some extra food for us.
Welcome to Ushuaia City Airport. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the sign is turned off.
We just landed at Ushuaia. It's windy and very cold here already. The terminal is actually a very modern building now. It's all made of wood and it's very airy and bright. We're now going downstairs to collect the luggage. So just waiting for the luggage now. Earlier, talking to the guy, some passengers from Switzerland, when they went on the Air France flight, they were connecting at Paris. They came from Geneva and they were connecting at Paris. Their luggage didn't make it to Buenos Aires. I don't know how they will cope with a 10-day Antarctica cruise. Finally, my bag has come out. It's been a long time. Yep. Right, we got the luggage. It's now time to get out and hand the luggage to the porter. Right, the luggage has been handed over to the Ponant porters, which means we don't have to carry anything, and we now can go onto the tour bus.
And not Isla del Fuego. Yes, Tierra del Fuego, the line of fire. From 1520, it's called like that, this island, this piece of land.
So we are gonna be having lunch here in Las Cotoras. We'll be eating lamb here.
From my corner over here.
For the lunch, the main thing is gonna be the lamb, the traditional Tierra del Fuego barbecue lamb. And for dessert, they will have the calafate berry ice cream as well. The traditional Tierra del Fuego barbecue lamb has arrived. So dessert has arrived. It's the Calafate berry ice cream. Very nice.
Okay, so this is coffee de Mona.
What is inside it?
Huge amounts of alcohol.
You can see the lamb being cooked here by the barbecue. Here they have a whiskey bar. After the lunch, I was expecting the tour company to take us to Ushuaia, where we would spend some time exploring before getting on Le Boreal. So imagine my surprise when it was announced that we'll be driving the other way for 30 minutes to get to a mirador to look at Lago Escondido instead. Lago Escondido, which translates to Hidden Lake, is surrounded by the Fuegan Andes, just north of Ushuaia. It's called the Hidden Lake for two reasons. First, because the weather is often cloudy and rainy here, the lake is very often hidden by clouds. And according to the guide, we're indeed very lucky to have been blessed with sunny weather on this visit. Secondly, the lake was not discovered until they built the road. Coincidentally, the island where Ushuaia is situated on, Tierra del Fuego, you may know it means land of fire. Well, first, it's actually an island, but the Spanish explorers didn't know that it was an island, and hence why it was named Land of Fire instead. The bit about the fire was due to the Spanish explorer observing bonfires lit by local native tribes like the Yagan. They didn't wear clothes and instead used fires to keep themselves warm. Later, we actually went into a museum and found out that the Spanish took pity on these native people with no clothes and gave them second-hand clothes in an act of charity. But instead, this passed disease to these natives and they were almost wiped out. Anyway, it's now time to drive back to the Ushuaia port to get onto our cruise ship. So we just arrived at Ushuaia port and now we're ready to board Le Boreal.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Your captain.
Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. Hello. Hello. So we just got on Le Boreal. The check-in process, there are 3 steps. So for the first step of the check-in, they check all your health forms, vaccinations and negative tests. Then you collect your key card here. After that, they will take your on-board picture. So we're heading to the room now, 328. 328. So let's have a look at the room. There are 2 umbrellas just behind the door. There are 2 wardrobes here. There are 2 beds. Outside is the balcony. We've got an espresso machine. And there's a mini fridge here. It's fully stocked of everything, all included. This is the balcony. From here, you can see outside. So we've just checked in to our ship, Le Boreal. We got the room, and we got an hour or so left before the ship is sailing away, and we're gonna go check out Ushuaia. So there are a few things worth seeing in Ushuaia. The first one is the Fin del Mundo sign, which means the end of the world. The second thing you should do when you are in Ushuaia is to go to the tourist office to get a certificate to say that you have been to the Fin del Mundo. Hello, buenos dias. Can we get the certificate, please? Yes, thank you. No, third time. And second time in Ushuaia. No, not second time at Antarctica. Not that rich. Gracias. So remember, when you're here, get your certificate to prove you have been here. This is one of the cutest murals in Ushuaia. Here, you can see a few penguins walking down the steps to the world's end. As you can tell from the sign behind me, the Falkland Island is just 785 kilometers away. Meanwhile, Buenos Aires is 3,094 kilometers away. We're not exactly PA runners, but there are only 20 minutes left before it's gonna leave. So we're gonna move faster now. So we just got back in time to get back onto the ship. Really looking forward to this. And I can't believe we are actually there. There have been so many things to worry about. And finally, let the cruise start.
First of all, I'm your captain, Captain Devia Michael, and on behalf of my officer, my expedition team, my crew, and Ponant, I wish you a very warm welcome and very warm and sincere welcome on board Le Boreal in Ushuaia here for a trip to Antarctica. It's normal, we need to be very flexible. As the weather, the conditions change all the time, we have to adapt. And as there's no hospital in Antarctica, I will ask you to remain, to always take care and follow safety instruction and given by the expedition team and the Zodiac pilot, as an accident can spoil not only your cruise but the whole trip for everybody. Our navigation to the Drake Passage and Antarctica. The weather seems good, not too worse. We expect a swell of 4 meters maximum and some wind from 20 to 30 knots from the back, which is very good for us.
Life on board. Welcome on board Le Boreal. We are all extremely happy to welcome you on board for this Christmas cruise. There is red, yellow, green and blue color. There is no priority, but we will divide in group of 50 guests per every group. On va partager tous nos passagers d'un groupe de 50 passagers pour chaque couleur. Why is that so? Because the first departure, I'm making an assumption now, je vais faire un exemple, peut-être le groupe rouge va partir en premier. The red color will depart first. The next day, it will be the yellow color. I kindly invite you to follow the instruction from the loudspeaker from our captain, and then we will proceed with the mandatory drill.
To go around one time. That's it.
And this one is
On some cruise line like Royal Caribbean, you only need to do a E-Master drill, but here we still have to do a mandatory real one. We're sitting in the theater doing the muster drill. We're all wearing the life vest. If you have been enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel with notifications enabled. That way you will be notified whenever I release a new video. We've done the muster drill and we're ready to leave Ushuaia. So we just had the buffet dinner. We have a really long day and today we didn't really fancy sitting down for ages for a la carte dinner. We're slowly getting out of the Beagle Channel, and then tomorrow we'll be crossing the Drake Passage. We will see tomorrow whether it will be Drake Shake or Drake Lake.